Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura. Welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 183.
Woohoo! Today is July 6th, 2025, and we are doing our June wrap-up video today. And we want to welcome you all. Grab a drink, grab your stitching. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for watching us. And if you're returning, thank you for continuing to watch us. That's pretty
Mhm.
exciting. So, uh, yeah, June was a good month. What's new with you, Laura?
Well, you can see the sofa behind me. I am halfway back into the living room, and we
Exciting.
are so excited to be back in here. We sat in here last night, and I fell asleep in my chair
Mm.
because there was a cat on my lap, the massage was going, and the heat was going.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm all reclined. Yeah, so
Hmm.
it was good.
That's
And
awesome.
I had a birthday, had a lovely day, got to spend some time with friends, and it was good. Katie and I hung out. Bree
Awesome.
worked part of the day. So,
Sounds good.
what's new with you?
Well, our house is a lot quieter because we went to visit my parents for the 4th of July and we left James. So, so we left yesterday and it's pretty strange being in the house with only Owen. But it's good. He's having a lot of fun. And it's nice to just focus on Owen a little bit because his brother is a big personality and sometimes he just kind of gets pushed to the side. So so we're having fun. We're eating, we had a dinner that we don't usually have because James doesn't like it and probably going to go to a restaurant that maybe James wouldn't want to go to. So
That's
all good here.
awesome,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Okay, are you ready to jump into this crazy wrap up?
Sure. Sounds good to me. Where do you want to start?
Well, I have all my stats listed out here. This
Mhm.
always throws me, and I haven't figured out a rhythm yet. This is our sixth time to do this.
Right, right. And we're still just figuring it out.
Yeah. Okay, so I started the month with 144 whips,
Hmm.
and I ended the month with 141 whips.
Okay.
Went down, yay. I had five new starts, but one of them is a model.
Okay,
And
cool.
it'll be finished hopefully tomorrow.
Hmm.
So I'm close enough that with a big push today and tomorrow I could be done.
Yeah.
So and I can stop there for a minute. I have finishes and all of the other things to talk about as we go along, but I thought I would do them in
Sure.
sections. Do you have some
Yeah.
beginning stats you want to start with?
Well, I don't know what my total whip count is. What I can tell you is I started two things, finished one thing, and the one of the things I started and finished was a model. So,
So what we need to have you do is like build your total whips each month
hmm.
because you work on some different projects. So we should ask you like, did you add in any new whips? So then you can have a count.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
we'll
So
have to
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, so I'm at +1 because I didn't finish any of my personal stuff, but I started a new one
Ah, okay.
for the month of June.
So I'll probably have to try and get more of that out of my head when we're done with this, and
Mhm.
then it'll be a good stat for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'll be kind of fun because I know you have stash, you have your projects in some places that you still need to get to.
Yeah. So
So
I don't have a full whip count. So.
okay. So would you like me to start with my finishes?
Sure, go ahead.
Did you have finishes this month?
I had one finish this month, which brings me to 9 for the year, but I can't show it because it's a model.
Ah, awesome. Well, I am like nutso, and I had seven finishes this
Oh,
month.
wow.
That
Awesome.
that brings me to a total of 20, and kind of a loose goal that I set was to have 40 finishes this year.
Oh, wow.
So I pushed really hard on the last couple of days of June to get the seventh finish
Yeah.
so that I would be halfway.
Yeah, awesome.
So I'm pretty proud of that. But June was a month of let me see what is closest that is calling to me that I just would like to finish.
Hmm.
And I was very successful doing that. I just, you know, looking at what was on the whip list, and I couldn't get to hardly anything. So I was really limited
Hmm.
because just because all of this was blocked in, you guys, that sofa was pushed clear up against this table and it was loaded down with all the kitchen stuff. If you hear any noises, Katie is in the kitchen right now, continuing to put stuff away. Kitchen's not done, but hopefully it'll be mostly done in the next couple days.
Awesome.
So,
Fingers
first,
crossed.
yeah. So, first finish of the month is Lottie Daw's Alphabet,
Ooh.
which was a piece that I adopted last year at the garage sale at our local needlework shop. And I had to do quite a bit to get it done. This month, I had to do 526 stitches, so it was really
Hmm.
close.
Hmm.
But I had done quite a bit did I do it in May?
Hmm.
Is that when I pulled it out and
Hmm.
got busy? And
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I can't believe I didn't finish. Yeah.
right.
So then my second one is Tomato Hill by Plum Street.
Such a cute one.
Okay, and I'm going to get in close. So that crow,
Hmm.
his eyeballs are over one. The cat, his eyeballs, a tip on his tail, and his little paws are over one.
Mm.
So she uses just a little bit of interesting effect,
Yeah.
to get some things. I love these.
Yes. Very pretty.
Tomato Hill in June, I put in 1,435 stitches to
Oh,
finish.
wow. Nice.
So, I am missing Midwinter Morn Tart Tin. It has evidently decided it does not want to be found. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to pause 1 second. Okay, we're back. It was right here where I thought it was. So this is Midwinter Morn Tart Tin by Heartstring Samplery. This was a class during the Jingle Ball. And to finish it, I did 1,380 stitches.
Wow.
So I just see now that one, I was like, I just need to get that done. That's silly. It's from
Hmm.
Jingle Ball. It just needs to get done. Then I have Frog Prints by Bothy Threads. Let me move over a little bit. There we go.
So cute.
I did not use the kit fabric, and you would have to look back to see or ask me, and I'll tell you what this is. It is from Fiberlicious.
Mm.
It's beautiful stuff. This one I did 690 stitches to get it finished. That's one of those, oh my gosh, why is it not finished?
Right.
But I love that. So funny. Such a cute one.
Yes, definitely.
And then my next one that I have here is Seahorses from Artist Design. Sorry, I'm just putting this away real quick, trying to keep everything together. And I did this one got to be big. I I can't remember if I did the whole thing in June, if this is one of my starts, but here it is.
Oh, so pretty.
And I've sewn the fabric on because I was doing some other stuff for Katie. And I just need to stuff him and sew him up down here.
Mm.
But that is it.
Nice.
And he was in here. Then I have this one I did start during the month. I saw a finish on Instagram and I thought, oh my gosh, I just have to do this. And I found similar fabric so that I could do it. It's Light a Single Candle by Modern Folk Embroidery. Let me put it on this. That's better.
Yeah,
I love this.
that turned out so pretty.
Thank you. Now, this was a start and finish during the month, and it's a total of 2,039 stitches. I
Mm,
used a spool, a
a sulky?
yes, thank you, a sulky thread to do that. And the fabric is from Silk Weaver,
Mm,
all the S words.
right.
And my last finish for the month, this is the one that I pushed. And oh my gosh, I got so many stitches in the last couple of days. But this one is Coca Pen by Twisted Oaks Needlework. I did 2,720 stitches to get this done.
Wow. I really like the floss you chose.
Thank you. And that's just not just, that is a DMC. I'm trying to not use that because,
Mhm.
they're beautiful flosses. It's a DMC, I think they're called Coloris, but
Mm-hmm.
it's number 4210.
Okay.
There were some beautiful, beautiful color choices to be made, but yeah, I really like this one. I did not end up with a whole lot left. This is it out of two skeins.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, it changes beautiful stuff. And it's fabric flare fabric, Parisian pink stripe. Now I have
Mm.
to decide if I want to leave it like this or turn it into the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of would like to turn it into the chicken because you can see, um, I have to be able to see. You can see that like this rooster and this chick would
Hmm.
be right here in line with these guys. They would all be
Oh,
following the mama.
sure.
And it's the two halves of the flower.
Hmm.
So it would be fun to do it. And we'll just have to see when I have some sewing time if I can get that put together.
Awesome.
So that one, I think I said 2,720. So I did a total on my finishes of 10,114 stitches for
Wow.
66% of my monthly total.
Wow. So we'll get into it. June was not a stellar month for me. But on the thing that I finished, there was 1,060 stitches, and that accounted for almost 27% of my stitches for the month. So it wasn't a great month, but um, while we were paused, I kind of got what Laura was saying about building, like kind of building up my whip list. So personal stuff, not excluding models, which is where a lot of my stitches have went this year. But I've started 7 things and I've finished 3 things. So I'm at +4 for the year.
And we'll have to add in the other whips that you worked on
Hmm.
to build your list. So,
Yeah.
I am ready for whips.
All right.
I worked on 13 different whips during the month. Now that's including my finishes.
Okay. Uh,
So,
I worked on, oh man, I'm on a different tab in my spreadsheet. I worked on 7 things, and one of them was a model. That was a finish.
see, so I have six, I think, over here now that are left. The first one is the one that we have in common.
Yeah, let's show that one.
I am behind on this because, like I said, I pushed to
Hmm.
get a finish at the end of the month. But this is Society Stitcher from the Black Needle. We tell you the details on this every week. Um, we're finishing, like I'll finish next Sunday.
Yeah, and I'll finish next Monday.
Yeah. So we are so close. By the time
Yep.
you see us for a floss tube again,
Hmm.
finished.
They'll be done. They'll be done. So that's exciting.
I was short 75 stitches on this one, I know, during the month. So
Mm,
I should have finished. all of the all of this blue in between,
Sure.
and I did not.
Yeah. Mine is caught up through yesterday. But I did do a lot of catching up at the beginning of this month, so my stitches that I did in June are a little bit skewed.
Okay.
I um I did 971 stitches on this during the month of June because I was catching up,
Wow.
and it accounted for 24.5% of my stitches for the month.
I did 725 out of the 800 I was supposed to. Um, and I didn't figure that for you.
Mhm.
So I need to move this. Oh, I can do it this way so that I can see you again. Um, but that daily stitch, that's one that we're just doing about 20. We're supposed to do 25 stitches a day, and we would finish it by the 14th. I'm going to finish a day early so that I have a retreat finish. And that accounted for 4.7% of my monthly stitching.
Nice.
So the next one that I have is a new start. Summer
Oh.
Moon. I started this on the first day of summer. I love this series. This is the third one I have started. None of them are finished yet. And that's where I got.
Awesome.
And this one, let's see, my thing is right here. This one I started and ended up putting in 645 stitches. And I only worked on it the day that I started it.
Mhm.
And that accounts for 4.2% of my monthly total.
Awesome. So I'm kind of doing a least to most is what I've decided. So the one I worked on the least, I'm just going to finish this by working on it 70 stitches at a time. Is Daffodils from Works by ABC. And here's where it's at. It's on a piece of 36 count bronze age from Be Stitch Me with some Be Stitch Me silks. It's not big and exciting. I picked it up one day and then I just didn't work on it anymore. I really do love this pattern. I don't know. I keep getting distracted by the other goals I have. And I really did work on it for 70 stitches, which, because it was a really bad month, is almost 2% of my total. It was a
You're so funny. Um, so my next one, I had another start. I was trying to do this fast, and it is um I I'm doing the whole salt box series, but I started spring salt boxes. This one is the one I'm doing first because I really want to do this one. So I'm going to do this one first. And I did 125 stitches. It's not even the whole box yet. But I have my needle minder on there so
Yeah,
that I know which way I was planning for this to go.
perfect.
So, and that is um 8/1000ths of a percent. So,
Nice.
you know,
Right.
that's where that goes. But that's okay. It started. That was my goal. I've kind of been off a little on my starts. And so
Mhm.
I that's why I had more starts this month.
Yeah,
So
right. The next thing I worked on during a Stitch with Us, which is Stitching in the Round by JBW. And this is on a piece of 28, 32. I'm not sure.
whatever
Piece of
Keisha had close.
whatever I had close. And here is where I am. I did 87 stitches on this on our Stitch with Us last week. And I'm doing my own color conversion. This is Jane Jetson from Night Stalker. Uh, but yeah, so that's 2.2% of my stitches for the month.
My next one, I'm just typing a number in here, is Day at the Seashore by Stitches by Ethel. And I just like the crow. But
Hmm.
also this counted as part of my 13 for the 250th Sal.
Mm.
So this is where I did 984 stitches, which is 6.4% of my monthly total.
Wow. Awesome.
So pretty cute. And I did think, oh, I could maybe finish that one. And
Hmm.
then I picked up Cook a Pan instead and
Ah,
finished it. So I had to add this to the whip count because it
right.
was a new start. So yeah. So I took one off the whip count and added one on. So that was
Hmm.
a wash.
Yeah,
That's okay, right?
that's okay.
Do you have another one?
Yes. So the next
Awesome.
thing that I'm going to show you is Summer in Stars Hollow from the Black Needle Society. So it starts, I have autumn next to it, so you can kind of see where the line is. Um, my goal is to finish this by the end of summer, so we'll see how that goes. I did 242 stitches on it this month for about 6% of my total stitches.
Awesome. The last one that I have to show is the one that I used in our Stitch with Us, and it is let me get back here. Sorry, it's looking at numbers. It is America from Blackbird Designs,
Hmm.
and I put in 100. I put in 161 stitches, and then picked it up the next day and put in 10 more.
Oh, nice.
But that is it. So it's still a necktie at this point. And that accounted for 1.1% of my monthly total.
All right. Well, somehow I still have two more to show, so I'll
Well,
show
that's
you
because
my.
I had my finishes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, I'll show you those real quick. So, the one that I'm working on for the 13 for the 250th Sal. So, I'm working on Lady Justice from Mirabilia. I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm challenging myself to do 1,300 stitches a month on this. So then it will be completed by the 4th of July next year. But since I got started late, I didn't do 1,300 stitches on this. I actually did 568. So, which for the month I had, pretty good. So here she is working
You
on the
got a
big.
lot in, though. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, I kind of I had mostly just like this part up here. Um, and this is on a piece of 32 count Olympia from Mystic Fabrics. So you can see it's needs to be ironed. It was in the hoop. So took it out of the hoop for this. But yeah, I'm really excited to be working on this, and hoping to fit it in with my other goals that I have. Um, and then the last thing I have to show you, I didn't hit my goal on this guy, but I did work on him a lot compared to everything else, is Flying Pink Piggy from Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Lisa Victoria. And I just looked at how many stitches I did and forgot it immediately. I did 950 stitches on him, and it was about 24% of my total. So
Awesome.
definitely not what I was trying for this month, but that's okay. He's the thing I worked on the most, outside of models and somehow catching up on Society Stitcher. That was the one that won the day this month.
I have a few more stats.
All right.
So I worked on 13 total whips, one model, which, like I said, I will hopefully finish soon. I'm gonna be looking down here while I do this.
Hmm.
I had a total of 15,253 stitches, which is 16% of my yearly total.
Wow.
And it's number 4 in my
Hmm.
list. Um, The project with the highest number of stitches is Coca Pen, which got 2,720 stitches for, I don't know if I said this, 17.8%. And my highest daily total was 1,156 stitches, which was
Wow.
7.6% of my
Nice.
total. My lowest daily total was a day that I did 10 stitches, and it was those 10 stitches on America.
Mm.
And that is like 6/10,000ths of a percent. Um, my average whips per day was one because this was a more focused month. I
Hmm.
had a few days where I did like two or I did three, but mostly I did one whip per day.
Nice.
And my yearly total is 94,422.
Wow. That's awesome.
Now I would like to get to 200,000 at the end of the year.
Hmm.
I think that's going to happen, but I'm going to try really hard.
Right, right.
So I'm close. And at least I would like to get to like 180,000.
Mm,
So I am more than halfway on that.
right. Yeah,
So anything
definitely.
between that 180 and 200 would be amazing.
Awesome. So, this is the lowest month that I've had so far this year. It really wasn't good. I've I've learned about myself that sometimes like I'm really excited about all my goals at the beginning of the year, and then I kind of hit a slump. And then luckily for me, around my birthday is the cross stitch retreat for Black Needle Society, and then I get re-energized and I start working on things again. Um, so I only had 3,948 stitches this month. Which is well below my goal of doing 200 stitches a day. It was only 131.6 stitches a day.
It was still 131.6
It was
stitches a day. There you go.
even with uh, all of the kind of slumpness. I have been reading a lot. That's been nice. But so in total, and I've averaged between one and two whips a day, because usually I'll work on um my 25 stitches a day and then try to work on something else. But some days it's only that. And I'm not a person who stitches every day. I tried to do that at the beginning of this year and I fell off. So there were a couple of days where stitching just didn't happen for me. Um, I am at 46,319 stitches for the year. And which, if you average 200 stitches a day, that would be 36,200. So I still am beating my goal in total.
Nice. And
I
you track your stitches mostly every year,
mhm.
right?
Yes, yes. Um, though I do, looking back, it's always about this time of year that I kind of I
This
uh
is my first year to really track my stitches. So,
okay. So it's kind of like the retreat sort of uh stops me in that because I work on so many things and I don't keep track of everything that I've worked on.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
and then I'm like, well, I don't need to track August. And then I pick it back up eventually. So,
I feel like
so
maybe
I'll
we
try to
need
do
to
better
make
about that.
ourselves a sheet that we
Hmm.
can list projects on that we're taking with us,
Uh-huh.
and we can make a grid and we can mark the days of the retreat, and then we can put number of stitches in.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was already set up, it would be easier.
Maybe so, because yeah, I don't know. I just kind of I go off the rails a little bit. Every
Hmm.
I have a mid-year rebellion and then I come back, and that's okay. So yeah, so not a very productive stitching month for me, but still a fun one, and I'm looking forward to kind of hopping back onto some of my yearly goals that I have because I knew this year wasn't going to be like a big finish year for me with like the number of finishes because I'm working on some larger projects. So
hmm Um, Keisha and I have told you that we are going to finish our society stitcher, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get this. where I can show it, and it just occurred to me to put the strap on again.
Ah,
This will be our next daily stitch.
yes.
If you have, I don't know when we're starting this because
Mm.
I don't think either of us has everything ready.
No, I'm still trying to decide on colors.
Are you going to do yours on black or are you going to do it on something else?
I'm not sure. I kind of like the black, and I was thinking about trying to figure out some sort of like gradient,
Gradient.
but I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to decide.
Yeah, so this is the stitching journal and planner from the Black Needle Society. And I asked Katie when she did the cover, I'm like, are you gonna post that chart? We need that
Mhm.
chart. So she finished it out, put the big butterfly in it, has the year on it. And I think you've kind of loosely figured this one, right?
I have, and I didn't bring my tablet back here, so I can't tell you the total number of stitches. If you bought the PDF version of the planner, it takes some doing, but you can get it into Pattern Keeper.
And
Um,
I'm going to tell you that if you bought the paper, the physical copy, obviously here's the chart. It is it is this last page. If you flip this over, it
mhm,
is there. So you can make a larger working copy and do what you want with that. I may look at the back cover and see if I can go through and maybe mark where there's those lines go through
mhm.
and pick some because I do like how it goes.
Yeah.
One of my friends suggested I should do mine all in purple,
Oh, that would be fun.
gradient purple. So
Hmm. Yeah, and see, I was like, do I do like a rainbow? Do I do, just thinking, maybe I can do mine in greens. Maybe I'll do a green gradient and you can do a purple gradient.
well, and I
Um,
like those fall colors, but I feel like you could do all four seasons. On this, there are one, two, three, four, five, six colors. The way I think that's two in the middle. Oh no, there are five colors, just five colors, because this section is all one color.
mhm. And you could, I mean, you can kind of dice it however you'd like to too, if you wanted to fit more colors in there. Um, but yeah, I can't remember exactly what the total is. I should have brought
I
my
want to
tablet
say
back
it's
here.
between 40 and 60 a day.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what we kind of came down on because I'm thinking that it was like 50 something. But and it'll depend on whenever we start it too. So I'll have to figure that out.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe we started at the retreat. I don't know.
I
Figure
have
it.
so many
I
retreat
know.
starts planned. I'm like,
Never mind. We won't start it at the retreat. It will
um,
spiral us.
I'm going to start my local conditions, which is the Satsuma Street temperature sal. I'm
Mhm.
going to start it during retreat so that it runs from retreat to retreat.
Fun.
Retreat start to the next retreat start.
Right. And so the first day of retreat is my birthday. So I'm planning on taking a birthday start and I'm still trying to kind of narrow it down. This video is going to be long enough without me showing you all of my options. So I'll probably put those in later weeks to kind of show you. But I have one in particular in mind. So,
Okay. And then while I was on Instagram, I came across Kenny Stitches. I'll get close so you can see
mhm,
that. And it's the Abandoned Sal,
mhm,
which Kenny is sponsoring. He's hosting for another birthday Sal this year from August 1st to the 31st. It's the Abandoned Sal. Pick up a stitch along or start along that's fallen by the wayside and make some progress or even finish it.
mm.
So that one spoke to Keisha right away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you guys know, if you've been here a while, I have a lot of abandoned cells. I need an abandoned cell year, probably.
So I am pretty convinced because I really want this done before we start our next one that I am
Mm,
doing Izzy Decayan, which we started with a couple of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is on 32 count purple coneflower from Color and Cotton. That's how far I am.
Fun.
That's a lot of stitches to get in for um, the month of August.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have to sneak in a few this month
Right.
during July to see if I can move it just a little because those letters are big, these
Yes, they're
letters,
huge.
and they're thick. So,
And see, I hadn't even thought about that one because I was thinking about like, release the stitch along in parts sort of Sal.
yes.
So I did not bring that one in here with me, but now I'm tempted by that one because I basically have the skeleton done, is what I have on that one. Um, I have I have a lot of Sal's, and I was looking through my stuff because Laura's like, "Well, you should bring your options," and um, I have the ABC dinosaurs from Cloud's Factory that I need to finish up. I have a couple of different frosted pumpkin ones that I didn't bring in here with me that need to be finished up. Um, one of them needs some frogging because I used the wrong color,
Oh
and
no.
that's what has stopped me on that one. It's the Castle Homecoming one. But and I don't know, maybe I won't choose these because we already have a plan for me to make more progress on them, but just for grins, here's Halloween wreath. Maybe I'll choose that one. I'm supposed to, Laura told me I'm supposed to work on this the 13th and the 31st of the month. Will I work on it the 31st of July? I don't know. I'll be at retreat. I'll be working on a lot of things, but that's also my birthday. So I don't know if I'll work on this that day.
And the 13th is the day I'm finishing Society Stitchers.
There you go. And then Laura also told me that I'm working on this one on the 25th.
And maybe the 24th too, if you get the
Maybe
holidays.
maybe I should just work on it all the year round. But here's
Christmas Eve
Christmas
and
wreath.
Christmas Day, you know?
There we go. Here's Christmas wreath. There's a big old crease right in the middle of Santa's face. So sorry about that. But so yeah, these are definitely contenders for that. Uh,
How
but yeah,
close is your ABC Dinosaurs?
ABC dinosaurs. I think I'm on Q.
Mm.
So I could potentially, I don't know that I would get that done in August. It's probably would be the only thing that I'd work on. Also, the Stars Hollow thing is a Sal as well, which is already in my plans. So I was going to work on that anyway, and that kind of felt like cheating to bring that one in as one of the options. Though I am trying to finish the summer part before fall starts, so maybe
Which
that's a
would be
fourth.
in September.
Mhm.
So,
So depending on how big of a push. But anyway, this is all to say that I'm very excited about this concept, but I have no idea what to work on because I am blessed with an abundance of choices.
and I don't really do very many salves.
Right. And this isn't an abandoned cell, so I can't say that. I didn't bring it in here with me because we were just talking about June, but I did start the Tiny Modernist Halloween cell. So that's coming out in parts each week. So I'll also be working on that. So it may just be a Sal heavy month come August.
There you go. Um, really, I just want this one done that we started with our little friend group because
Hmm.
we have some loose plans to start another one
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
September, October. So this kind of fit just perfectly
Right.
timing wise that if I made a big push, I could get that done.
Hmm.
So
Definitely.
we'll see. July is full of a lot of plans. Because we were so busy on my birthday, I didn't do my birthday start.
Mm,
But well, and because I'm working on the model that came up quickly.
hmm.
Um, but I am planning to have my birthday starts this next week when we're doing the online retreat because I'll have time while I'm
Yeah.
just sitting to get things going. And I got some really pretty floss in to be the partner on the one that I had shown you that I was going to start for my birthday, the purple one.
Hmm.
So I'm excited about that. And I just feel like I will, I'll pull some things out and get some stuff going.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I've got to see what this next week looks like as far as stitching goes because well, we have frogwarts, but because of when I had my son, the birthday party for him always happens during frogwarts.
Hmm.
So I'm double booked during frogwarts weekend. And then, very close to having a 5-year-old. So that's exciting. So we'll see what this week brings as far as stitching. Hopefully, just getting back to some of the monthly goals that I have, I think.
So it was a pretty good month. We'll see how July goes.
Hmm.
I'm curious I don't know what my trends are really. I can
Hmm.
look back at number of finishes for a previous year and tell you based on that, but that doesn't mean that I didn't just put in a whole lot of stitches on a bunch of whips
Right.
instead.
Right.
So September, I feel like would be a skewed month because I did sampler September last year. I
Hmm.
probably had one finish during the month
Hmm.
last year.
Right.
So it's which, hit my goal. I did not meet my goal last year, I don't think, because I think I
Hmm.
had a month without a finish. August is always my hard month.
Right.
So because school starts back up.
Hmm.
So the abandoned Sal should be a good one for me to keep me
Right.
kind of focused.
Hmm.
So anyway, do you think that we are going to be up to so many shenanigans during the next couple of months?
Uh-huh. And you're gonna get to hear us ramble all about it.
We are good ramblers.
For sure.
So for now, there is nothing else left to say except bye.
Bye. Have a good week.